Thank you, Shreya. Good morning, esteemed shareholders and all the panelists present. I am Bindu Garg, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of the company, joining today's meeting from Happy Forgings office at Ludhiana. This is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 47th Annual General Meeting of your company. This meeting is being conducted through video conferencing in compliance with the applicable circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India from time to time. In accordance with these provisions, the proceedings of this meeting shall be deemed to be taking place at the registered office of the company, which shall be the deemed venue of this AGM. The proceedings of this meeting are being recorded for compliance purposes. To ensure that the meeting is conducted smoothly and efficiently, all shareholders have been placed on mute mode by default. Audio and video will be enabled only for those shareholders who have pre-registered themselves as speakers and are scheduled to address this meeting. We sincerely appreciate your understanding and cooperation. Now I would like to introduce our panelists. Mr. Paritosh Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director of the company and Chairperson of CSR Committee, joining from Happy Forgings office, Ludhiana. Mr. Ashish Garg, Managing Director of the company, Chairperson of the Risk Management Committee, joining from Happy Forgings office in Ludhiana. Mrs. Megha Garg, Full-time Director of the company, joining from Happy Forgings office in Ludhiana. Mrs. Rajeshwari Karthikeyan, Independent Director of the company and Chairperson of the Audit Committee, joining from Chennai. Mr. Ravinder Pisharodi, Independent Director of the company and Chairperson for Stakeholders Relationship Committee and NRC, joining from Mumbai. Mr. Atul Bihari Lal, Independent Director of the company, cannot join the meeting due to his preoccupation and asked for leave of absence. Mr. Pankaj Kumar Goyal, Chief Financial Officer of the company and joining from Happy Forgings office in Ludhiana. Apart from the directors, representative of our auditors are also participating through video conferencing. Mr. Praveen Tulsian, representing the statutory auditors SR Bartley Boy and Company LLP. Mr. Rajan Sabharwal, representing the cost auditors Rajan Sabharwal and Associates. Mr. Rupesh Agarwal, representing the secretarial auditors Chandrasekhar and Associates. Mr. P.S. Patla, representing P.S. Patla and Associates, scrutinizer for this AGM. Pursuant to the provisions of the Companies Act, the applicable circulars issued thereunder and the articles of the association of the company, Mr. Paritosh Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director, shall preside over this meeting as the Chairman. Before I hand over the proceedings to the Chairman to formally commence the meeting, I would like to draw your attention to the following. The facility to join this AGM through video conferencing has been made available to the members on a first-come, first-served basis in accordance with the applicable regulatory requirements. Members are requested to participate in the meeting using a stable internet connection to ensure an uninterrupted experience. As this AGM is being held through video conferencing, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not available. Since the notice convening this meeting has already been circulated electronically to all the members, with your permission, I take this notice convening the meeting as read. Further, the statutory auditor's report on the financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 26 do not contain any qualification, observation, or adverse remark. Accordingly, the same is not required to be read at this annual general meeting. The secretarial audit report for the financial year ended 31st March 26 does not contain any qualification, observation, or adverse remark on the secretarial auditor. The report, however, includes a factual disclosure regarding the procedural delay in reconstitution of NRC after completion of term of one of the independent directors, which has already been appropriately explained in the board's report. Accordingly, the same is not required to be read at this annual general meeting. We have received requests from members to register themselves as speaker shareholders. For the smooth conduct of the meeting, speaker shareholders will remain on mute by default. During the question answer session, the name of the registered speaker shareholders will be announced one by one, and the moderator will unmute the respective member to enable them to speak. Members may also switch on their video while asking questions or seeking clarifications. In case of any technical issues with video transmission, members may ask their questions through audio mode. Shareholders who have not registered themselves as speaker shareholders but are attending this meeting may also express their views or raise questions through the chat box available on the meeting platform. The company will endeavor to respond to their queries during the meeting. Queries that cannot be addressed during the meeting will be responded to through email after the conclusion of the AGM. Pursuant to the provisions of the Companies Act and SEBI LODR Regulations 2015, the company had provided the facility of remote e-voting through MUFG in Time India Private Limited to enable members to cast their votes before the AGM. The remote e-voting facility commenced at 9 a.m. IST on Friday, 24th of July 26 and concluded at 5 p.m. IST on Saturday, 26th of July 26. Members who have not cast their votes through remote e-voting and are participating in this AGM may cast their votes during the meeting. The e-voting facility is already open and will remain available for 30 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. Members who have already cast their votes through remote e-voting may participate in this AGM, but shall not be entitled to vote again during the meeting. Members may exercise their voting rights by following the instructions provided in the AGM notice. The Register of Directors and KMPs, Register of Contracts or arrangements in which directors are interested, and the Secretarial Auditor's certificate relating to company's ESOP scheme have been made available electronically for inspection by the members. Members wishing to inspect these documents may send an email to compliance officer at happyforgingsltd.co.in. Thank you. I now request Mr. Paritosh Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director, to take over the proceedings of this meeting. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bedu. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed shareholders. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the 47th Annual General Meeting of the company. I confirm that the required quorum is present through video conferencing in line with the provisions of Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013 and the relevant circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The participation of members through video conferencing is being duly recognized for quorum purposes. With the requisite quorum in place, I now declare the meeting open. I trust all of you have had the opportunity to review our annual report of FY 25-26 and familiarize yourself with the key developments and performance of the company during the year. The report reflects another year of disciplined progress for Happy Forgings, supported by continued investments in our capabilities and a steadfast focus on long-term value creation. While the numbers provide an important measure for our performance, they tell only part of the story. The thinking behind our strategic choices, our approach to execution, and how we are positioning the company for the opportunities ahead and are equally important. With that, I would now request our Managing Director Ashish Garg to address the shareholders and share his perspective on company's journey and the road ahead. Following the presentation, Ms. Bindu Garg will take up the agenda items online in the notice. Thank you.
Good morning, shareholders. It is a privilege to address you once again at the 47th Annual General Meeting of Happy Forgings Limited. At the outset, I would like to thank all our shareholders for the continued confidence and support. Your trust has been instrumental in our journey and remains our greatest source of motivation as we continue to build the company with a long-term perspective. The annual report provides a comprehensive account of our financial and operational performance during FY 25-26. Today, I would like to share my perspective on the environment in which we operated, the progress we made during the year, and more importantly, the philosophy that continues to guide our decisions and shape the future direction of Happy Forgings. The year was characterized by heightened global uncertainty, geopolitical developments, evolving trade policies, and continuing disruptions to global supply chains reinforced the importance of resilience, localization, and dependable manufacturing partnerships. Across industries, customers increasingly sought suppliers capable of consistently delivering engineering excellence, quality, and reliability. The end-use industries we serve presented a mixed picture. In India, commercial vehicle production recorded healthy growth. Passenger vehicle demand remained resilient, supported by utility vehicles, and the domestic tractor market witnessed a strong recovery. However, demand in the domestic off-highway sector and construction equipment sector remained subdued. Internationally, conditions were relatively more challenging, with weakness in commercial vehicle and agriculture equipment markets across Europe and North America. Against this backdrop, Happy Forgings delivered another year of disciplined growth. We strengthened our financial performance, expanded our manufacturing capabilities, improved profitability, and continued investment for the future while maintaining a prudent balance sheet. More importantly, our performance reflected the resilience of a diversified business built on engineering excellence, long-standing customer relationship, and disciplined capital allocation. FY 25-26 was a particularly significant year for the company. We achieved our highest ever gross margin, beta margin, and profit margins, improved working capital efficiency, and continued to generate healthy operating cash flows while investing substantially in future growth. Operationally, we commissioned our 10,000-ton forging line, expanded our machining capabilities, made steady progress on our heavy component programs, and advanced our renewable energy initiatives through development of our captive solar power projects. We also strengthened our presence across diversified end user industries and continue to receive recognition from leading customers for quality delivery and manufacturing excellence. Viewed together, these achievements represent far more than another year of financial and operational progress. They reflected years of disciplined capability building and a philosophy that has consistently guided the evolution of Happy Forgings. That philosophy is captured in the theme of this year's annual report: mind, method, and metal. These three words describe how we shape our company over the years. Mind. It represents the way we think, our ability to identify opportunities early, make informed decisions, and create long-term value. Method. It reflects the discipline with which we execute those decisions through prudent capital allocation, operational excellence, and consistent focus on execution. And metal is ultimately reflected in the outcomes, the resilience of our business model, the confidence of our customers, the strength of our financial performance, and the trust that all the stakeholders have placed in Happy Forgings. Allow me to briefly elaborate on each of these. Manufacturing is a business where today's decisions often determine outcomes many years later. Facilities cannot be created overnight. Engineering capabilities take years to develop, and customer programs involve long qualification cycles. Success, therefore, depends not only on execution, but equally on the quality of decisions made well before opportunities become visible. At Happy Forgings, we have never pursued growth for its own stake. Instead, we have focused on opportunities where our engineering capabilities, manufacturing expertise, and disciplined execution can create sustainable competitive advantage. Our entry into precision machining, successive investments in high tonnage forging press lines, expansions into crankshaft manufacturing facilities, diversification across passenger vehicle and industrial applications, and now our investments into heavy components were all decisions taken well before these opportunities became fully apparent. They required conviction, disciplined capital deployment, and the confidence to think beyond immediate market conditions. One of our most important lessons has been that enduring businesses are built by investing in capabilities ahead of demand before opportunities become obvious. This long-term orientation continues to guide our thinking as we prepare Happy Forgings for its next phase of growth. If mind defines how we think, method defines how we execute. At Happy Forgings, disciplined execution extends far beyond the shop floor. It shapes every important decision we take, from evaluating new opportunities and allocating capital to managing risk, strengthening customer relationships, and building organizational capabilities. We believe capital allocation is among management's most important responsibilities. Every investment represents capital entrusted to us by shareholders and must therefore be deployed with discipline, accountability, and long-term perspective. Accordingly, every major investment is evaluated through structural framework. We assess its strategic relevance, the capability it creates, its long-term return potential, the pace at which utilization is likely to build, and its impact on our financial flexibility and the risk. Only when these considerations are aligned do we commit capital. This disciplined approach has enabled us to expand consistently while preserving the financial resilience of the company. Our ongoing 650 crore heavy component program is a good example of the philosophy in action. This investment is not merely about adding manufacturing capability, it represents a deliberate expansion of our engineering capabilities and positions Happy Forgings to participate in an entirely new category of opportunities. On completion, the program will enable us to manufacture components ranging from 250 kg to 3 tons, significantly expanding our addressable market across power, wind generation, wind energy, mining, marine, oil and gas, aerospace, defense, and other specialized industrial applications and sectors like data centers. These industries demand advanced engineering, metallurgical expertise, and precision manufacturing, while their long qualification cycles create meaningful barriers to entry and support sustainable value creation. Equally important, the program has been designed in phases, enable capacity creation, machine investments, and customer development to progress in a calibrated manner. This reduces execution risk while ensuring capital deployment remains aligned with business visibility and long-term demand. Our method of execution extends well beyond our capacity expansion. Over the years, we have deliberately diversified our business across products, customers, and user industries and geographies. While commercial vehicle continue to be an important part of our portfolio, we have steadily strengthened our presence in passenger vehicles, industrial applications, export, and other emerging opportunities. This diversification has made our business more balanced, resilient, and better positioned to perform across industry cycles. We have also continued investing in machining, automation, digital manufacturing, renewable energy, and process improvements to enhance productivity, improve quality, reduce costs, and strengthen our long-term competitiveness. The same philosophy guides our approach to sustainability and stakeholder relationships. We believe long-term value cannot be created in isolation. It must create value for our customers through quality and reliability, for employees through a safe and enabled workplace, for suppliers through enduring partnerships, for communities through responsible conduct, and ultimately for shareholders through sustainable and profitable growth. It is the combination of disciplined thinking and disciplined execution that has enabled Happy Forgings to evolve steadily and sustainably over the years. The outcome of this disciplined approach is reflected in what we call as metal. For us, metal is not defined by the performance of a single year. It is reflected in our ability to execute consistently through business cycles, adapt to changing market conditions, and continue creating value with remaining true to the principles that have shaped the company since its inception. Our progress over the last decade provides compelling evidence of this consistency. Over the last 10 years, our revenue has grown at a CAGR of 15%, EBITDA at a CAGR of 20%, PAT at an impressive CAGR of 33%. Over the last 5 years, our gross margin has improved by 215 basis points to 59.1%, EBITDA margin by 330 basis points to 30.4%, and PAT margin by 473 basis points to 19.5%, which is amongst the highest in the country, in the industry. Over the past 5 years, we have generated nearly 2,000 crores of EBITDA, translating into 1,300 crores of operating cash flow, representing an operating cash conversion of about 64%. These cash flows have been funded nearly 1,400 crores of capital expenditure, enable us to expand while largely financing growth through our own internal accruals. As a result, our gross block has increased to approximately 1,725 crores, while our forging and machining capacities have been expanded from 1,48,000 tons and 68,000 tons respectively, making Happy Forgings the third largest integrated forging and precision machining company in the country in terms of its installed capacity. At the same time, we have significantly strengthened our balance sheet. Today, we have no long-term debt, a AA stable credit rating, and debt to equity ratio of 0.1.5 times, providing us with considerable financial flexibility to pursue future growth opportunities. These outcomes are not accidental. They are a result of the disciplined strategy, consistent execution, and prudent financial management. To us, they are the clearest demonstration of mettle. Our customers continue to reinforce their confidence in Happy Forgings by entrusting us with increased sophisticated programs and recognizing us for quality, reliability, and execution. Such relationships cannot be built through manufacturing capability alone. They are earned through years of consistent performance, technical competence, and confidence that customers develop in our ability to deliver. Today, we have visibility of approximately 950 crores of incremental peak annual businesses, which is expected to scale over the next 2 to 3 years. A meaningful share of this opportunity comes from industrial applications, passenger vehicles, commercial vehicles, and exports, further strengthening the diversification of our business model. Our commitment to responsible growth also continued during the year. We advanced our renewable energy initiatives, strengthened our environmental and sustainability agenda, enhanced workplace safety, and continued investments in the development of our people. We firmly believe that businesses aspiring to endure across generations must create value responsibly and strengthen every stakeholder relationship that contributes to their success. As we look ahead, we remain optimistic about the opportunities before us. India's emergence as a global competitive manufacturing destination, the continued diversification of global supply chains, and the increasing demand of the technologically advanced precision engineered products present a compelling long-term opportunity for companies with differentiated capabilities. We believe Happy Forging is well positioned to participate in this opportunity, not because we seek growth at any cost, but we have spent decades building the capabilities, processes, and organizational strength required to pursue it responsibly and sustainably. Our priorities therefore remain unchanged. We will continue to invest in advanced manufacturing capabilities that strengthen our competitive position. We will continue to allocate capital with discipline and prudence. We will continue to diversify across product, customers, industries, and geographies. We will continue to pursue operational excellence, responsible manufacturing, and sustainability. And above all, we will continue to conduct our business with integrity, humility, and long-term perspective that have defined Happy Forging since its inception. Before I conclude, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our employees, whose commitment, dedicated, and pursuit of excellence continue to drive the company's progress. And I also thank our customers, suppliers, business partners, and the communities in which we operate for their continued trust and support. I would also like to thank my colleagues on the board for their invaluable guidance as we continue building Happy Forgings for the future. Finally, I would like to express my sincere, heartfelt gratitude to all our shareholders. Your confidence in Happy Forgings carries with what it profound responsibility. We remain deeply conscious that we are custodians of your capital. Every investment we make, every capability we build, and every decision we take is guided by a single objective: to create enduring value over the long term. With our continued trust and support, we look forward to building on this foundation together. Thank you, and I wish you and your families good health, happiness, and prosperity ahead. Now I hand over the proceedings to Bindu Garg.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll take up the agenda items set out in the notice of the AGM. Item number 1, adoption of the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2026. Adoption of the audited consolidated financial statements for the financial year ended 31st March 2026. Agenda item number 2, to declare final dividend of rupees 4 per equity share for the financial year ended 31st March 2026. Agenda item number 3, Mr. Ashish Garg, Managing Director, liable to retire by rotation and being eligible for reappointment, offers himself for reappointment. Agenda item number 4, ratification of remuneration payable to Rajan Sabharwal and Associates, cost auditors of the company. Agenda item number 5, to approve the commission payable to the independent directors of the company for financial year 25-26. Item number 6, to reappoint Mrs. Megha Garg as full-time director for another term of 5 years. Item number 7, reappointment of Mr. Ravinder Peshwarati, independent director of the company for second term, starting from 16th of June 2027 till 15th November 2030. The text of the resolutions along with the relevant explanatory statements have already been provided in the notice convening this meeting, which has been circulated to all the members. We shall now proceed with the speaker session. Moderator will announce the name of the shareholders who have pre-registered themselves as speakers. I request the moderator to unmute the speakers one by one to enable them to express their views or ask questions. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you, ma'am. We will now begin the question answer session. I request our speaker shareholders to unmute themselves and switch on their camera and ask their question upon announcement of the name. Now I invite our first speaker, Miss Urmila. Ma'am, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
हेलो हेलो
Yes, ma'am,
हेलो
you're audible.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है मैम?
हाँ जी, you are audible.
चेयरमैन सर नमस्कार और सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं उर्मिला जैन दिल्ली से। सर आपकी स्पीच सुनी, बहुत अच्छा लगा। आपने कंपनी के वर्तमान और भविष्य के बारे में बताया है। सर मैं आज के सभी रेजुलेशन का तहे दिल से समर्थन करती हूँ। और सर मेरे 2-3 क्वेश्चन है कि आने वाले समय में हमारी कंपनी क्या नया करने जा रही है या कोई नया बिजनेस कर रही है, पहला। दूसरा है कि आने वाले 5 साल में हम कंपनी को कहाँ तक पहुँचाने में सक्षम रहेंगे। और हमारी कंपनी डिविडेंड अच्छा दे रही है, तो मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि बोनस पर भी हमारी कंपनी विचार कर सकती है। तीसरा है कि विजिट भी कराए हमारे सभी शेयर होल्डरों को, तो हमें और अच्छा लगेगा। मैं अलॉटमेंट के शेयर की शेयर होल्डर हूँ सर आपकी। मैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का भी धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ, जिन्होंने मुझे वीसी के माध्यम से जोड़ा और बोलने का अवसर प्रदान किया। सर जो मेहनत और लगन से काम करते हैं, उनके लिए मंजिलें दूर नहीं है सर। सर आपने काफ़ी मेहनत करी है, हमारी कंपनी को ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचाने में सक्षम रहे हम। और आने वाला समय हमारे लिए बहुत सुनहरा रहे। आज भी हम आपके साथ हैं और कल भी हम आपके साथ रहेंगे। धन्यवाद सर। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite our speaker number 2, Mr. Lokesh Gupta. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question. Hello, sir. Sir, please ask your question. There seems some connectivity issue. So now I invite our speaker number 3, Mr. Kaushik Shaukar. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. What's going? Respected Chairman, esteemed board members, and fellow shareholders, good morning to all. It gives me immense pleasure to interact with you once again. I am sincerely thankful to our Company Secretary for granting me this opportunity and wish everyone a good health, happiness, and continued success. Sir, I appreciate the management for conducting the meeting in a timely and well-organized manner. Coming to query, the company has been expanding its presence in precision machines, force components for commercial vehicles, passenger vehicle, industrial equipment, and power train applications. Could the management share the expected revenue contribution from new capacity additions and new customers win over next 2-3 years? Additionally, what percentage of future growth is expected to come from exports and from components uh, catering to electric vehicles and other emerging mobile mobility segments? One suggestion: one opportunity to increase revenue would be accelerate the development of high-value precision forged and fully machined components for electric vehicle, aerospace, railways, and defense sectors. This segment typically offers higher margins and long-term supply contract, at the same time expanding exports to strategic partnerships with global OEMs would diversify revenue streams and strengthen the company's position as a global precision engineering supplier. On a lighter note, Chairman sir, your company is called Happy Forging. After seeing today's performance, I can see the shareholders are happy too. Please just keep profit, not surprises. Uh, on conclusion, I once again humbly request your kind consideration and empathy. CSR is about serving humanity with help when it's needed the utmost. Keeping my medical condition in mind, I request you to kindly consider my credentials for certification audit, both offline and online, across the group companies. Such an opportunity would help me remain professionally resilient while contributing to my knowledge, experience, and commitment. I also request the management to kindly communicate a clear decision, that is yes or no, instead of leaving a request in uncertainty. Thank you for available time, patience, and kind consideration. I remain hopeful for a positive response and look forward to meeting you again at the next AGM. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I now invite our speaker number 4, Mr. Manjeet Singh. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
हैप्पी फॉर्जनिंग की मैनेजमेंट टीम, स्केट्रियल टीम और माय को शेयर होल्डर, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। गुड आफ्टरनून सर। कंपनी की प्रोग्रेस अच्छी रही है, उसका आंकलन हमारी नज़रों में बीएससी और एनएससी में होता है और वहां पर हमारे शेयर प्राइस का रेट बहुत अच्छा रहा है और नया 52 वीक हाई आज नया बनाया है। इसकी मैं आपको मुबारकबाद देना चाहूँगा। कंपनी जिस सेक्टर के अंदर है, आगे हमारी ग्रोथ के क्या चांस हैं और जो हमारी ऑर्डर बुक है उसके हिसाब से हमारे प्लांट पूरे चल रहे हैं या कोई एक्सपेंशन आप करने जा रहे हैं, थोड़ा आप इस बारे में बताइए। मैं आपको मुबारकबाद देना चाहूँगा जो सोलर पावर का हम 170 करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद हमारा जो है कितना पैसा बचेगा एनर्जी में खर्चा करने में, थोड़ा आप इस बारे में बताइए। इस 170 करोड़ के इंतजामात के लिए कोई आगे आने वाले टाइम में कोई और एक्सपेंशन करने के लिए अगर आप कोई राइट इशू लाते हैं तो हम आपके हाथ हैं, साथ हैं। हम आपके हाथ हैं और हम आपके साथ हैं, बिल्कुल साथ में खड़े हैं अगर कोई ऐसा राइट इशू का प्रस्ताव लाते हैं। ये MS राजन सब्बरवाल एसोसिएट को हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए कितना टाइम हो गया है, थोड़ा आप इस बारे में भी बताइएगा। कंपनी आगे तरक्की करे, इसकी हम आपसे आशा करते हैं और भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हैं। ये जो आज का समय हमने आपके साथ साझा करा है, ये आने वाले टाइम में हमारी इन्वेस्टमेंट को मजबूत करेगा, इसकी हम आपसे आशा करते हैं। स्केटियल डिपार्टमेंट और मॉडरेटर की मेहनत का ही रंग है जो हम आपसे इतना स्मूथली जुड़ पाए हैं। स्केटियल डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, मॉडरेटर का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू फॉर द मैनेजमेंट टीम, थैंक यू फॉर द स्केटियल टीम। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 5, Mr. Gagan Kumar. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
Yeah, meeting started with morning and now it's afternoon. So good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors and fellow shareholders. Myself, Gagan Kumar, I am joining this meeting from Delhi. First of all, I would like to mention that I had requested for a hard copy of annual report, which I received well in time. And I am very happy to share that I do not have any question pertaining to accounts, as each and every aspects of balance sheet is very much clear. So my one or two journal comment and compliment that earlier speaker also mentioned that our share price is today at 52 weeks high. So I just want to know from the management that our face value is rupees 2. So can we expect any split in coming time, and to from rupees 2 to rupees 1? And what steps have been taken to make company more profitable, and what is our vision as Happy Forging over the next 5 year along with capex, and where do we see our company by 2030? These 2 3 general comments of mine, and it would be very unfair on my part without mentioning higher corporate governance under the leadership of our CFO, Madam CS Bindu, and her entire team. Hope to see a healthy growth in the business and as well as in the size of the company. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 6, Mr. Yusuf Rangwala. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
सर नमस्कार सर नमस्कार नमस्कार सर, आवाज आ रहा है?
Yes,
नमस्कार।
sir, you're audible.
सर आज 2 मीटिंग है सर, आप सुना रहेगा। LIC और न्यू इंडिया 2 बड़े खिलाड़ी है, कुकिंग आपके सामने खड़े हैं सर। पर हमने दोनों कंपनी छोड़ दिया क्योंकि आपकी कंपनी सर हैप्पी फोर्जिंग, मतलब आदमी हैप्पी रहता है चेयरमैन सर, और आपकी स्पीच भी हैप्पी थी सर। हम हैप्पी है सर। सर इतना छोटा सा रिक्वेस्ट है सर, बैलेंस शीट मुझे भेजना, और लिंक पीपल की सर्विस क्या कहना सर, दे आर वेरी एक्सीलेंट सर्विस प्रोवाइडेड सर। आपने लिंक लिया तो हमें कोई गम नहीं है सर। एक छोटा सा शेयर पेश करने की आशा चाहता हूँ। हैप्पी फोर्जिंग आपके साथ में जुड़े हुए, जब तक हम आपकी दुनिया में रहेंगे हम आपके साथ में जुड़े रहेंगे। हंसते रहे, मुस्कुराते रहे, और फैक्ट्री विजिट के लिए मैं आशा रखता हूँ सर। एट द टाइम ऑफ द मीटिंग है हम आपके साथ में जुड़े हैं। फ्लेक्सिबल सर, आप फैमिली के साथ सर, एज अ फ्रेंड हाथ जोड़ के विनती करता हूँ, हंसते रहे, मुस्कुराते रहे, और ऊपर रहे सर। जय हिंद सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 7, Mr. Sashi Jain. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Chairman sir. I Shashi Jain attending the AGM from Delhi. I am thankful to the management and Secretariat Department for providing me opportunity to express my views. First of all, I thanks to our Chairman sir and MD sir for excellent speech regarding company's performance. I am very happy to see the business growth of the company. I also thanks to company secretary ma'am and her entire team. On my single request, I received a hard copy of annual report. Excellent annual report. I gone through the annual report, very informative report. After read the annual report, there is no space to raise any question. Most of my queries cover under chairman and MD sir speech and also raised by previous speakers. Our share price is can just double than 2 near lakh. This show the hard work of our management and staff. Sir, dil mange more. Kindly consider for bonus. I support all the resolutions. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite our speaker number 8, Mr. Himanshu Trivedi. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
Am I audible? Can you hear me, madam?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Good afternoon, all of you. Respected Chairman, Paritosh Kumar, Ashish Garg, other board of directors sitting guys. Myself, Himanshu Trivedi from Vadodara, Gujarat. First of all, I'm thankful to our company secretary, madam Bindu Garg, who is sending the hard copy of the 343 pages of annual general report, which is full of information, fact figure there, which is easy to follow and easy to understand. So I'm thankful to you and your entire secretary. Report is nicely prepared, colorful, beautiful, excellent. All component governance and parameter cover in the AGM notice. So I have don't have much question because I have full faith on board and their working. So I already sent my question in email well in advance with the stated time of AGM and give opportunity to my race speaker. Sir, as a speaker, still I have few questions, sir. What is the market share we have in domestic market? My second query, what will be the profit sharing ratio coming financial year? Sir, please arrange the plant visit and think over the split or bonus share, sir. I wish good luck and bright future for coming financial year. Thank you to allow me to speak. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 9, Mr. Pramod Jain. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
नमस्कार, मैं प्रमोद जैन दिल्ली से। चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर, सेक्टर डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं इस एजीएम में आपने मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया। और आज के प्रस्तावित सर, मैं सभी रेजोल्यूशन का समर्थन करता हूं और अपने सेक्टर डिपार्टमेंट का विशेष धन्यवाद करता हूं। मेरे से पूर्व वक्ताओं ने काफी कुछ पूछ लिया है सर। आपने भी अपनी आरंभिक स्पीच में कंपनी के बारे में विस्तार से बता दिया है। फिर भी मेरी जिज्ञासा है, एक दो क्वेश्चन मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ सर। पहला, कंपनी का 650 करोड़ का कैपेक्स प्लान किस चरण में है? नई 10,000 टन की फोर्जिंग लाइन मशीनिंग क्षमता बढ़ने से अगले वित्त वर्ष 2027 के राजस्व में कितनी बढ़ोतरी की उम्मीद है? सेकंड, इस भारी निवेश के बाद कंपनी का असेट्स टर्नओवर रेशो और निवेश पर रिटर्न किस स्तर पर रहने का अनुमान है? तथा कंपनी ने पैसेंजर व्हीकल सेगमेंट में प्रवेश किया है, अगले 2 वर्षों में कुल राजस्व में पैसेंजर व्हीकल सेगमेंट का योगदान कितने % होने की उम्मीद है? कृपया बताने की कृपा करें। धन्यवाद। जय जिनेंद्र।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 10, Mr. Jasmeet Singh. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार परितोष जी, आशीष जी, all the board of directors, KMPs and my fellow shareholders. थैंक यू बिंदु जी, आपने हमारे को रजिस्टर किया और हमारे को बोलने का इंटरेक्ट करने का आज अवसर प्रदान किया है। हमारी जो कंपनी की जो प्रगति तरक्की जो है इतने सालों में वो बेकमाल रही है, लेकिन इस साल चेयरमैन साहब ये जो हमारी जो टॉप लाइन रेवेन्यू जो ग्रोथ है वो थोड़ी सी मॉडरेट हो गई। हालांकि प्रॉफिट्स भी बढ़े हैं, बेटा भी बढ़ा है, लेकिन ये जो रेवेन्यू की जो गति थमना ये जो है ना, ये थोड़ा सा जो है ना एक एंजाइटी वो देती है। तो इसके संदर्भ में मैं आपसे थोड़ा सा यही मैं पूछना चाहूँगा कि जैसे मेरे को एक्सपोर्ट्स ऑफ आवर जो हमारी सर्विसेज जो हैं फोर्जिंग सर्विसेज, वो मेरे को बहुत जो है ना वो एक पोटेंशियली बहुत बड़ा वो लगता है, जहाँ पर हम जो है ना अपना जो है हम रेवेन्यू भी हमारा बढ़ेगा और उसमें जो मार्जिन्स भी जो है एज आई अंडरस्टैंड आर सिग्निफिकेंटली हायर देन द डोमेस्टिक मार्केट. सो एक्सपोर्ट को बढ़ाने के लिए व्हाट स्टेप्स आर बीइंग टेकन, इफ यू कैन काइंडली शेयर, इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर us as a shareholder to understand where we are heading to. बाकी जो है हमारे जो ग्रीनफील्ड जो प्लांट्स हैं उसमें कैपेक्स का भी अभी जो है आप वो बढ़ा रहे हैं अपना जो है, तो वो आने वाले समय में डोमेस्टिक मार्केट भी हमारे पास जो है वो ज़्यादा हम कैप्चर कर पाएंगे, इसमें मुझे कोई वो डाउट नहीं है. बाकी CSR की एक्टिविटीज़ में जो है वो हम कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड सिर्फ पंजाब हरियाणा में ही है या बाहर के दूसरी स्टेट्स में भी है, थोड़ा इसके बारे में आप बताएं. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आई एम एक्चुअली वोटिंग इन फेवर ऑफ ऑल द रेजोल्यूशंस of this annual body meet and wish you all the very best. Thank you everyone. Thank you Binduji, and that's it from me now.
Thank you, sir. Our speaker number 11, Mr. Ankit Sailesh Javeri, is not present in the panel. Chairman, sir, with your permission, can we allow speaker number 2, Mr. Lokesh Gupta? Chairman, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I invite our speaker number 2, Mr. Lokesh Gupta. Sir, you're now in the panel. You may start your camera and ask your question.
नमस्कार सर, चेयरमैन सर, मैं दिल्ली से आई लोकेश गुप्ता आपका सभी बोर्ड मेंबर्स का स्वागत करता हूं. सर, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको धन्यवाद दूंगा, मुझे दोबारा ज्वाइन करने का एक अवसर दिया. मैं उस टाइम भी ऑनलाइन था, कोई टेक्निकल इशू था, इसके लिए मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता. सर, एक्सीलेंट चेयरमैन स्पीच थी, उसके बाद बहुत से सवाल जो शेयर होल्डर्स ने पूछे हैं, उसके बाद कुछ बचता ही नहीं है. आप पर विश्वास है, भरोसा है सर. निर्णय जो आपने कंपनी के बारे में पहले लिए, आगे लेंगे, कंपनी के हित में पहले भी थे और आगे भी होंगे. सर, कंपनी की परफॉर्मेंस कंपनी का शेयर प्राइस बता रहा है सर, उसके बाद कुछ कहने के लिए बचता नहीं है सर. सर, इतनी टफ कंडीशन में जब ईरान युद्ध चल रहा है, यूक्रेन से सप्लाई चेन में प्रॉब्लम है, तब भी जो आपने ये काम करके दिखाया, इसके लिए मैं आपकी लीडरशिप में हर छोटे बड़े जो कंपनी का स्टाफ है, एम्प्लॉय है, उनको धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर. सर, इसी तरह मैं बिंदु मैम की भी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी मैम की भी करूंगा. मैं आपसे नहीं जुड़ पाया, मैंने उनसे कांटेक्ट किया, उन्होंने मुझे दोबारा आपसे जोड़ा, इसके लिए भी मैं उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा. सर, इसी पोर्टल पे AGM कीजिए जिससे पेन इंडिया के शेयर होल्डर आपसे जुड़े रहें. अंत में मैं कंपनी के सुखद भविष्य के लिए शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ. धन्यवाद सर.
Thank you, sir. With this, we complete the speaker shareholder queries. Now I request Mr. Ashish Garg to answer the queries of shareholders. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
So हमारा पहला सवाल था मिस उर्मिला जैन से कि हम नया बिजनेस किस हिसाब से करना चाह रहे हैं और नेक्स्ट 5 years में हम लोग हमारा ग्रोथ कैसा रहेगा. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक ऑल द शेयर होल्डर्स. आप सबके सहयोग से आज कंपनी ऑल टाइम हाई पर शेयर लगा है और कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस भी साथ में है. सबके साथ साथ मैं कंपनी के एम्प्लॉयज़ का भी शुक्रगुजार करना चाहता हूँ. तो जो हमारा पहला क्वेश्चन था कि हम कंपनी नया बिजनेस क्या करना चाह रही है, तो कंपनी का हमेशा से मॉडल रहा है कि एवरी फ्यू इयर्स हम कंपनी का मॉडल चेंज करते हैं, नए ट्रेंड्स को फॉलो करते हैं और मार्केट्स के अंदर ये देखते हैं कि क्या नया सेक्टर चल रहा है. जैसे पैसेंजर व्हीकल एक ऐसा सेक्टर है जो कंपनी ने 2 साल पहले इंट्रोड्यूस किया था. इस साल हम लोग अराउंड 8 से 10% बिजनेस पैसेंजर व्हीकल से लेकर आ रहे हैं और आई थिंक अगले 2 साल में पैसेंजर व्हीकल विल कंट्रीब्यूट 12 to 15% ऑफ आवर रेवेन्यू. सिमिलरली ऑन द इंडस्ट्रियल साइड ऑफ द बिजनेस हम लोगों ने अपना वेट रेंज हमेशा बढ़ाया है. तो इस साल हम लोग जो है अपना वेट रेंज बाय एंड ऑफ दिस फाइनेंशियल ईयर, अभी तक हम 250 किलो तक का कंपोनेंट बना रहे हैं, बट अगले 2-3 क्वार्टर में हमारा जैसे ही नया प्लांट चालू होगा, हम 250 किलो से लेकर 3 टन तक हम लोग कंपोनेंट्स बना पाएंगे, जो हमें सारे नए सेक्टर्स हमारे लिए खोल देगा. चाहे उसमें डेटा सेंटर का बिजनेस है, बहुत हैवी इंजन्स है, मेरीन एप्लीकेशन है, डिफेंस एप्लीकेशन है, ऑयल एंड गैस है, विंड एप्लीकेशन है, वो सारे बड़े पार्ट्स जो आज हम नहीं बना पाते बिकॉज ऑफ इक्विपमेंट, वो हम लोग बना पाएंगे। ये जो इक्विपमेंट है ये वर्ल्ड का सेकंड लार्जेस्ट फोर्जिंग क्लोज डाई फोर्जिंग इक्विपमेंट है जो जर्मनी से प्रोक्योर किया जा रहा है। और मैं उम्मीद रखता हूँ जो कंपनी का 18 से 20% ग्रोथ बनाने का जो शुरू से प्लान रहा है, पिछले 10 सालों का EBITDA ग्रोथ 20% है, और आगे जाते भी मैं विश्वास रखता हूँ कि हम ये ग्रोथ को बनाए रखें। थैंक यू। हमारे सेकंड क्वेश्चन था, आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक मिस्टर लोकेश गुप्ता। आपका आपने सबका बड़े दिल से स्वागत और थैंक यू किया, एंड आई एक्सपेक्ट दैट हमारे एनुअल रिपोर्ट में आपका सारे क्वेश्चन आंसर हुए हैं। हमारा थर्ड क्वेश्चन था मिस्टर कौशिक शाहूकार से। सो as already discussed that PV and industrial sectors are growing for us. Industrial sector contributed 15% to our revenues. Passenger vehicle this year will contribute 8 to 10% of our revenues, and going forward in next 2 to 3 years both these sectors will contribute meaningfully to our revenues, will contribute close to 40%. So जो हमारा business एक तरह से फार्म और सीवी से 80% हुआ करता था, दैट विल लुक लाइक अराउंड 60% गोइंग फॉरवर्ड बिकॉज ऑल दीज न्यू सेक्टर्स विल कम अप। एक्सपोर्ट पोटेंशियल जो आज हमारा 950 करोड़ रुपए का बिजनेस इन हैंड है, उसमें मोर देन 50% बिजनेस विल कम फ्रॉम एक्सपोर्ट। वी आर सीइंग वेरी लार्ज इंक्वायरीज फ्रॉम द एक्सपोर्ट सेक्टर, and this year you will see a good growth jump because last 2 years we have seen decline in raw material prices, and a lot of potential customers were down because of certain reasons, but still company has performed its level best. और डाइवर्सिफिकेशन में बहुत काम हुआ है, कैपेक्स में बहुत काम हुआ है, कैपेबिलिटी बिल्डिंग में बहुत काम हुआ है, जो कि नजर नहीं आता, बट आपको अगले 2-3 साल में वो जरूर नजर में आएगा जो काम हुआ है। So I'm thanking you. Another question was that हम डिफेंस और ईवी साइड में क्या कर रहे हैं। हम ईवी कंपोनेंट्स ऑलरेडी यूएस को एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं आज की डेट में, और there are certain EV e-axle programs that we are already doing, and we are already in discussions for new programs which are going to start with FY28, which are on the passenger vehicle sector. डिफेंस के साइड पे जैसे हमने बताया कि हमारा नया इक्विपमेंट चालू होगा इस साल Q4 से, तो हमारा एबिलिटी बन जाएगी ताकि हम 250 किलो से बड़े कंपोनेंट्स फोर्ज कर पाए और मशीन कर पाए। क्योंकि आज हमारा जो लिमिटेशन है कि हम 250 kg तक कर पा रहे हैं, दैट इज द रीजन वी आर नॉट एबल टू foray into defense sector. But with this new capex coming in place, I think our defense share will also grow in next 4-5 years because हम लोग जो है उस साइज ऑफ कंपोनेंट्स में हम लोग काम कर पाएंगे। थैंक यू मिस्टर कौशिक। Manjeet Singh ji, thank you for your questions and thanking our management. आपका क्वेश्चन था कि हमारा 650 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो इन लाइन चल रहा है। 650 करोड़ के प्रोजेक्ट में हमारा एक हैवी हैमर लाइन आ रहा है जर्मनी से, और उसके साथ ही रिलेटेड मशीनिंग लाइंस आ रहे हैं, जो कि एक बहुत ही हाईली प्रॉफिटेबल बिजनेस रहेगा, जहां पर रियलाइजेशंस भी बहुत स्ट्रांग रहेंगे बिकॉज इन प्रोजेक्ट्स को बनाने वाले वर्ल्ड वाइड देयर आर 2 or 3 sources, so this is a very major project for the company. Parallelly, solar projects mein in first phase we are investing around 80 to 90 crores. We have taken approval for another 60 crores. The first 90 crores project that company is investing on, the project is already midway. We expect that the project will start generating power by Q4, that is from January onwards, and roughly around 25 से 28 करोड़ रुपए का साल का हम बिजली बना पाएंगे from project 1 was with phase 1. phase 2 पे अभी हमने काम करना चालू किया है, अभी हमें feasibility approval नहीं मिली है। Once we get the approval, we will start working on it. आपका तीसरा क्वेश्चन था रिगार्डिंग मैसेज राजन एंड एसोसिएट्स, दे आर वर्किंग विद अस फ्रॉम FY year 2014 and 15. थैंक यू। हमारे अगले पार्टिसिपेंट थे मिस्टर गगन कुमार। थैंक यू मिस्टर गगन, एंड अगेन वेरी थैंकफुल फॉर द पार्टिसिपेशन एंड आपके सहयोग के लिए थैंकफुल दैट आज कंपनी 52 वीक हाई लगी है। एंड कंपनी अगले नेक्स्ट 5 years में, जैसे हमने आपको बताया, कंपनी के प्लान्स में भी है और कंपनी के एनुअल रिपोर्ट में बहुत अच्छे से हम लोगों ने स्पेसिफाई किया है। कंपनी डाइवर्सिफिकेशन पे, न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स पे न्यू ज्योग्राफीज पे और नए सेक्टर्स पे बहुत काम कर रही है और हमें एग्जिस्टिंग सेक्टर से भी बहुत अच्छा सब्सटैंशियल ग्रोथ रन दिखाई दे रहा है। तो जो नए सेक्टर्स में हम लोग फोरे कर रहे हैं, चाहे हम विंड में कर रहे हैं, डेटा सेंटर में कर रहे हैं, पैसेंजर व्हीकल में कर रहे हैं, all are highly profitable, better businesses than our current level of businesses. आज कंपनी का एवरेज रियलाइजेशन 250 रुपए किलो है, वेराज जो कंपनी के पास 950 करोड़ रुपए का नया बिजनेस एनुअलाइज बिजनेस इन हैंड है, उसमें रियलाइजेशन 300 रुपए किलो है। तो जैसे जैसे नया बिजनेस एड ऑन होता जाएगा, उम्मीद रखते हैं कि कंपनी का ग्रॉस मार्जिन और कंपनी की प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी और बीटा मार्जिन भी बढ़ेगा। तो कंपनी का जो टारगेट है 18 से 20% का CAGR ग्रोथ का इन टर्म्स ऑफ बीटा ग्रोथ, आई थिंक कंपनी जो है उसके ऊपर जो है करती रहेगी। थैंक यू मिस्टर डुबे। अगले पार्टिसिपेंट का हमारे कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं था, तो आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक मिस्टर यूसुफ। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वाज फ्रॉम मिस शशि जैन एंड सो आपका क्वेश्चन बोनस से रिलेटेड था, जो कि बोर्ड अगले सेट में डिस्कशन में लेकर जाएगा। अभी मेरे लिए इसके ऊपर उत्तर देना संभव नहीं है, बट डेफिनेटली वी विल हैव अ डिस्कशन ओवर इट। एंड कंपनी का और कोई हमारे पास क्वेश्चन नहीं था मिसेस शशि जैन से। अगला क्वेश्चन था हमारे पास मिस्टर हिमांशु त्रिवेदी से। अगेन आपका क्वेश्चन था मार्केट शेयर गेन को लेकर और बोनस और स्प्लिट को लेकर। तो मार्केट शेयर गेन के लिए मैं आपको बता देता हूं कि कंपनी में आज हम फार्म इक्विपमेंट सेक्टर में अपने प्रोडक्ट्स में हम वी आर ऑलमोस्ट 42% मार्केट शेयर। This year we expect our market share to improve by 3% in farm equipment sector from 42 to 45%. कमर्शियल व्हीकल सेक्टर में हमारा स्टेक है 32% के करीब, जो हम इस साल एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं 6 से 7% बढ़ने की उम्मीद है। सो मार्केट शेयर की तरह हम नए कमर्शियल व्हीकल लार्ज प्लेयर्स के साथ काम कर रहे हैं। हमने पिछले 2 सालों में काफी सारे प्रोडक्ट्स इन कंपनीज के लिए बनाए थे जो टेस्टिंग में थे। बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स ऑलरेडी लॉन्च हो गए हैं एंड Q4 ऑनवर्ड्स काफी सारे प्रोडक्ट्स की लॉन्चिंग और जो है चालू हो गया है। So we expect this year that you will see a market share gain in both the sectors. अगले पार्टिसिपेंट थे हमारे मिस्टर प्रमोद जैन। लाइक टू थैंक हिम। तो 650 करोड़ का जो कैपेक्स प्लान है, ये मैंने अभी ऑलरेडी आपको पिछले क्वेश्चन के साथ जवाब दिया है इसके बारे में। ये एक हैवी हैमर लाइन है जो कि सेकंड लार्जेस्ट वन ऑफ इट्स काइंड है इन द वर्ल्ड। इसका एग्जीक्यूशन चल रहा है एंड दिस इक्विपमेंट इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू रीच आवर फैसिलिटी इन द मंथ ऑफ September, October. The implementation phase will take around 6 months time and we are very hopeful to gain a lot of new businesses from new different sectors in this vertical. 10,000 टन का प्रेस लाइन हमारा चालू हो गया है और इस साल हमारा जो ग्रोथ है उसमें ये मीनिंगफुली कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा। इसके साथ साथ एक 4,000 टन का भी प्रेस लाइन हमारा पैसेंजर व्हीकल का चालू हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से वी एक्सपेक्ट कि हमारा पैसेंजर व्हीकल का जो ग्रोथ रेट है वो 10 से 12%, मार्केट शेयर जो है टोटल बिजनेस में अराउंड 10 से 12% हो जाएगा। We expect passenger vehicle to contribute around 12 to 15% in next 2 years. तो बहुत सारे नए प्रोग्राम्स भी हमारे डोमेस्टिक एज वेल एज एक्सपोर्ट कस्टमर्स के लिए चल रहे हैं। हमारा एसेट टर्न जो है वो तकरीबन 1.2 से 1.3x के बीच में रेंज करेगा। एक आपका क्वेश्चन था और ये ऑल्सो डिपेंड करता है कि हम कितना मशीन्ड बिजनेस करते हैं हमारे नए लाइन से। अभी हम लोग 50% मशीन और 50% फोर्जिंग लेकर चल रहे हैं, पर बहुत सारा डिमांड हमें मशीन कंपोनेंट बिजनेस का लग रहा है। अगर हमारा एसेट टर्न 1.2 टाइम्स रहेगा तो हमारा रियलाइजेशन और बढ़ेगा। तो एसेट टर्न इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स अपॉन द मशीनिंग और नॉन मशीनिंग बिजनेस दैट वी चूज टू बी इन। पैसेंजर व्हीकल के बारे में मैंने ऑलरेडी कम्युनिकेट कर दिया दैट नेक्स्ट 2 years वी एक्सपेक्ट अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्रोथ फ्रॉम द PV सेक्टर्स और हम लोगों ने सेक्टर में और भी नए प्रोग्राम्स पे काम करना चालू किया है। हमारे अगले पार्टिसिपेंट्स थे मिस्टर जसमीत सिंह। थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द कॉल एंड थैंक यू फॉर योर क्वेश्चंस। आपका क्वेश्चन था कि लास्ट ईयर रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ मॉडरेट था। Last year revenue growth was moderated, but if you look at Q4, we have significantly outperformed the market, considering export as well as domestic businesses. अराउंड हमारा 15% का बीटा ग्रोथ रहा था। और आगे जाकर वी एक्सपेक्ट दैट जो 1-2 साल थोड़ा स्लो डाउन पीरियड रहा है, दिस विल कवर अप। तो वी एक्सपेक्ट डिसेंट ग्रोथ इन कमिंग ईयर्स। आप Q1 से देखेंगे कि कंपनी का जो है परफॉर्मेंस जो है वो बढ़िया चल रहा है। ऑल्सो कमोडिटी के अंदर पिछले 2 सालों में बहुत डिप रहा था, जिसकी वजह से भी टॉप लाइन के अंदर इम्पैक्ट, बट उसके बावजूद भी कंपनी का रियलाइजेशन ग्रोथ अच्छा रहा है, जिसकी वजह से EBITDA ग्रोथ जो है 15% के करीब आया है लास्ट ईयर में। Exports are definitely a very big opportunity. As already explained, out of 950 crores, more than 50% of the business will come from exports, and the company is working on this. So company के पास बहुत adequate orders हैं जिसके against company काम कर रही है। On the CSR side, today company is largely working around Punjab. We belong to Punjab region and we have a lot of opportunity around our area. So our major sector areas is medical as well as हमारा मेजर सेक्टर्स जो है एजुकेशन है। तो हम हर साल जो है 1 स्कूल या 2 स्कूल के ऊपर काम करते हैं। और हेल्थ हमारा एक प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर है। हम डायलिसिस सेंटर चलाते हैं, विच इज वी कंट्रीब्यूट टू द डायलिसिस सेंटर वेयर वी हैव मोर देन 30 डायलिसिस फ्री डायलिसिस मशीन्स, विच इज अ कैशलेस सेंटर। So we will keep on contributing to the CSR community. हम women empowerment के लिए भी जो है काफी काम कर रहे हैं। एंड कंपनी का एक CSR से लेकर एक नया वीडियो है जो भी YouTube पे है, जो आप देख सकते हैं। अराउंड 15 मिनट का एक वीडियो है जो पिछले 2-3 साल की कंट्रीब्यूशंस कंपनी की कवर करता है। तो थैंक यू जसमीत जी। हमारे लोकेश, हाँ, सो लोकेश जी का मैंने पहले ही दे दिया था। आई थिंक विद दिस आई हैव answered most of the queries. I am hoping that I have answered most of the queries of the shareholders. If there are any queries left, please do write to our company secretary, Ma'am Bindu Garg. And I would like to again thank all the shareholders for the participation and keeping confidence in the company. Thank you once again. So I would like to thank Chairman Sir, Directors, Auditors and members for attending this meeting, and now request Chairman Sir to close this meeting with closing remarks. Mr. Paritosh Kumar.
Thank you, Ashish. I thank each one of you for attending the AGM today. The Board of Directors has appointed Parvinder Singh Batla, Proprietor, P.S. Batla and Associates, Company Secretaries as the scrutinized to supervise the e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner and issue their report. The voting results on all the resolutions as set out in the notice of AGM will be declared on set of the scrutinizer report within the time stipulated under the applicable laws and shall be intimated to the stock exchanges and uploaded on website of the company. I hereby authorize Bindu Garg, Company Secretary, to submit the results of e-voting along with scrutinizer's report to the stock exchanges. Shareholders may note that the e-voting will continue to be available for next 30 minutes after conclusion of this meeting. With this, I declare this meeting as concluded. I would now like to thank our promoters, shareholders, directors, employees, auditors, regulatory authorities, including SEBI, MCA, bankers, lenders, rating agencies, and wish you and your family members to stay safe and healthy. Thank you very much once again.
Dear shareholders, e-voting facility will be available for the next 30 minutes from now. We request to please cast your vote if not casted yet. Thank you all for joining the meeting. Dear shareholders, we would like to inform you that the e-voting period for the annual general meeting has ended. The company believes that all shareholders who participated in the AGM were provided with sufficient time and opportunities to cast their votes. Therefore, we humbly conclude the proceedings of the AGM. Thank you all for your active participation in the AGM and the e-voting.